know that this is my destiny. I was at my lowest, he saw the best of me. All of my doubts are the rest in peace. Buried them deep in the leg, I can work with the rest of me. Yes, I am blessed, never stress, disconnect from all my demons. They can never get the best of me. Truly blessed to be a blessing to those that are next to me. So moving up is like taking the breath of me. Losing the option, I opted to be on the top. So the topic is all on my conscience. The core of my content is constant. I'm conscious that I was created to conquer. Be honest that y'all wanna be like Mufasa till you get scarred up. Then your feet get the running.
I should probably keep that. Anyway, while I decide on intros for this whole entire series, welcome back to Nomadic Reviews. Let me touch on two topics right now. Number one, the most important thing right now, I am horribly ill, but I have so many other things on the back burner, plus a lot of different things I have to do in the month of March, where I don't want this to be forgotten into the whole reality, as it were. And number two, I'm filming this on International Women's Day, which in a lot of people's opinion is just Women's Empowerment Month for all of March. I don't know how that whole thing became a thing in a lot of different cultures, but I'm just kind of going with it because fuck it. Whatever, every month has to be for somebody. Let it be for women. Anywho, let's just get into this review proper now, shall we? Serenville is an original property made by Serendipitia, where, if you guys were around for the original one, was a high school story with vignettes of plots going around about... I don't even remember. I think that's like one of the biggest issues that came out of the whole original one was that it had potential, but it just seemed like it was lost in what it wanted to be. Like, it didn't have its footing. It felt like a high school story, but also like a highly inspired Riverdale thing, which kind of made it sort of lost in its own narrative to be like, it was great editing-wise, but just kind of unsure about what it wanted to be story-wise. How does that whole thing translate for the series Invisible? A Serenville story, or Serenville Stories Invisible, or either or you want to do for translation, because it's like a huge spread out universe. Words. Honestly, from just the first two episodes, I would honestly say this feels like if the developers for Life is Strange actually made more believable and more attachable characters than just the one-note cliches that we get in stories.
Explain! Explain! Explain!
See, the entirety of Invisible focuses on a character named Hannah who has a lot of social anxieties towards a lot of people in her school, where she only originally had just two close friends until they started dating each other, and then one of them decided to move away, and then all the sort of stuff that happens when you're young, to where you're like, I don't really know what to do, I don't really make friends that easily, I'm really just this, that, and the third thing. She's a genuine character that you can feel attachment to because a lot of people have been there. Not a lot of people are very sociable creatures where they're just so introverted that they're kind of afraid to connect with a lot of different people because they're just in their minds thinking nothing will go right if they do this, and that they're just going to be a problem and a hindrance towards other people and individuals. That's a good thing to attach yourself to in the first two episodes, because then you have someone that really knows what their whole basis is, how they're trying to operate to be better, and figure out things because of one key factor of a person named Neon being in their school, showing interest, being a good conversationalist, and you form a real attachment to. Many people have had this where they've had online people that have been infatuated, had crushes, and gone the extra mile just to be that great friend or potential love interest, where it then grew into something either better or more interesting for the long run. Again, very believable and very much like real life, because a lot of people do find people that they find attachment to and attraction to over the interwebs now, because it's a lot more acceptable on the internet than in person, because we're kind of just evolving socially. Humanity is weird. Aside from that, even the supporting cast has a good enough vibe about them where the drama club is literally full of people that I grew up with that were just balls to the wall insane and just very fucking wacky as shit. From Chris, from Looney, from Tia, with her very luscious lips that seem almost... Am I having a crush on Tia right now? And even this guy. I forget this guy's name. I'm sorry, this guy. All of them just sort of ooze this potential. We're just like, oh lordy. I know these type of drama kids, the ones that like to prattle on about the great play that they're really into. They're really selective about who they want to hang out with, but they also do the most dorky of things because they're just oh so cool, where they don't want to hang out with the stereotypical jock clique, even though they're friends with certain people that are on sports teams, and they just like taking the piss out of them because they just want to hang out with everyone, but they're like, if I do this, then everyone's just gonna be like, well, shit. My identity is now ruined. I blame you, Steve. A lot of people in drama have been that. It is the funniest thing, where you have the drama kids that are super attached on trying to just be the highest star in their clique, and then just try to push it on to people, be like, this is how our clique's gonna work, and I want it to be working like this all the time, being Chris. And you got the ones that are just super extroverted, that's like, I want to make friends with as many cool people as possible, but also be a hellraiser, like Tia. And then you just have the other characters just like, I'm just chilling, let's make something fun, but also make fun of people. And it's all just kind of beautiful that way. Even the sports teams just trying their best to be either the closeted homosexual guy that just beats up the one they're really in love with because they're not really sure how to come out the closet to their posse. And even people that are just douchebags be douchebags, even though they probably have a secret heart of gold. A lot of these characters aren't really written as stereotypical tropes. They're written more as if they are people that are still trying to find their whole identity within the walls of higher education. They are these kids that aren't just written to be like, oh, why don't you just go fuck yourselfie? Oh my god, gag me with a spoon. How dare they try to mish their cliques with our cliques? It's not written to be that way, where it's Riverdale, High School Musical, Mean Girls, and whatever the fuck trash there. I'm not gonna put any clips up here, guys. I already got enough clips to deal with as is. Where it's that huge diamond of stereotypical high school stuff. It's mostly written to be a character study into what it means to be the youth, what it means to actually grow up in times where things aren't really that sure. You all have those people that do the strangest things. You all have those people that try to go the extra mile. We all have those people that feel like they know exactly what they're going to do when they graduate, and they're so determined to do stuff that they just forego anything within the educational system. There are those people in real life, the more you grow up to see that this is truly how it acts, where it's not written to be so flat and vapid and stupid. It's truly written to be something that is magnanimously, chef's kissly beautiful. Did I just make that thing up right now? Oh my god, trademark that shit. But all in all, that's just how you go about it from a simple synopsis and just basic character study. But all in all, from everything I could probably say about a Machinima, what does this have to really offer for me that actually is warranting a current review about where it is thus far than anything else that I could be looking into over a cornucopia of other reviews I could be doing? Well, if I were to go about everything to say that this was a purely biased opinion where someone was literally paying me $500, I'd be like, my review scheduling prices are not $500. That's like just saying your stuff is good, buy the product, now give me the money. That was only 5 seconds, bitch. I only do that for $500. You want a full-blown review? You better come with the money, son. That's biasm. But no, I'm doing this because I've honestly watched Tia's progress before her whole revamping of her YouTube channel, where she was doing a bunch of stuff with Twitch, and where we have known each other for years at this point, to understand and kind of divulge a lot of my own interworkings towards her own stuff that she's worked on. I find a lot of it to really culminate into Tia just growing out of this one lady that only idolized so many fandoms that she just wanted to make something that was so poignantly powerful as a love for the fandom, into being someone that is so confident and so self-loving in herself that she's pouring everything that she has into something that's bigger than a fandom. It's honestly at that one verge where I've literally told people that they can say this on Twitter. I've honestly seen this as Tia's own great stepping stones to where if she wanted to leave the Sims 4 Machinima side of stuff to then just go into how Rooster Teeth does stuff, like how they've tried to go around things with the red versus blue stuff, how they've had people do things for Death Battle, how they've done things for the Genlock CGI sessions, and even how they've done stuff with Ruby. All of that sort of stuff is like the next stage of evolution for what Tia can do for the overarching storyline for herself to make a bigger, even more fantastical element sort of story if she wanted to. Where Serenville Stories for just Invisible is a nice stepping stone towards you understanding that she has the makings to make better machinimas, if not the best machinimas that are coming out to date. I mean, there are a lot of different people that you can look up for machinimas, and a lot of them are talented, don't get me wrong. I'm trying to bring some people on for some interview stuff to talk to them, understand the machinima side of stuff, and get that whole progress. But on a one-on-one I've known them level is why I honestly can see the progress with Tia. She's gone through many different phases in her whole career. She's gone through many different styles, many different changes, and how she's handling stuff with the invisible side and even working on her own stuff to fix up things for the machinima aspects by doing the BTS music video stuff to help aid in her study for these machinimas is why I can say wholeheartedly that she is going to evolve past The Sims and go for where a lot of people will not actually tread for many years by just stumbling. She's worked for this. She's perfected a lot of different steps to where she can make that next level. Not be God tier, but the next level. She's going to get there, but just not yet. And honestly, throughout anything I can say from the bottom of my heart, that's just all the confidence in the world I have for Tia. There is nothing short of amazement that she can hold with this. And with all the team that she's building for Serenville Stories, whether the next story is going to be full-blown machinima-based if she gets an entire writing team, I can honestly say it like this because I'm comparing a lot of different steps for her stuff where I'm going to be selfish for a minute and say that's the same exact mirror I see for my own self for the audio drama / just pure blown storytelling elements I've done over the last couple of years. It's easy to just try to look at yourself to say how much your self-growth kind of goes into play, but when you see your friends or your associates, your allies and whatever growing past their own limits to be that, you then have to take a moment to just look into the beauty that is them killing the game, but they don't even seem like they're satisfied with that meal. They're hungry for the next dish. They're hungry for that next 5-course meal to just sink their teeth into. It's that beautiful moment where you just stop and look into the eyes of that one person that you have cherished your whole life and you're just like, I can see where you are, and it's beautiful. But I also know that you're not satisfied because it's not at the high level that you yourself see it going, because it's only just the beginning. And that just sums up everything I see for everything with Tia's whole entire production, why I see this going so well with just 2 episodes on its belt, and why I'm so looking forward to reviewing the whole entire thing when it comes out. It'll probably be Nomadic Reviews, it'll probably be for Marauders reviews. You guys tell me in the comments below which one you want, because we can either make it a storyline based thing, or we can make it just the free-for-all me and my cool-ass fucking hoodie thing. Y'all just let me know. But so far, if I were to go into the whole entire plot for you guys, I feel like I would be doing it an injustice. So I'm just going to pause it for here when it talks about anything about story, about character analysis, about all that sort of stuff, and literally have you simmer on it while you go in the description below and check out the first 2 episodes right here, right now. Then when it's time for the full-blown review to come out, when Tia releases every episode, like how I'm doing with Voice of a Generation, we will be back to divulge everything that has been inside my mind, just stewing and bubbling up right there. What was that word I just said before that? It don't matter. So, yeah. See you guys for the full review there. I'm sorry for the misleading title, but not really. And if you guys have any machinimas that you want me to review, like, immediately. Oh, I'm so coy. You guys let me know in the comments below, and I will literally look into them for not only the month of March, but for the rest of the year, because I'm going into so many things machinima-based and horror movie shorts soon for a weekly series. And it's gonna be fabulous. Peace, babies. I'll see you later.
Let me tell you a story.